So one of the big questions everyone has about the Cybertruck is, what's my place in line? Let's talk about it. One of the quick and easy ways that people are trying to figure out their place in line is by subtracting 11274400 from their reservation number, but that doesn't quite work. So on July 1st, I noticed that there was a reservation that using that method would put them at 850,000. So the first thing is we have to subtract the cancellations. The first day that reservations opened while we were at the event, the servers were crashing, people were putting through 2, 3, 4 reservations accidentally. So the best estimate as to how many cancellations there are is somewhere around 50,000. It might be 30,000, it might be more than 50, but let's go with 50 for easy math. So when we subtract 50,000 from this person's 850,000, that puts them at 800,000 now. But then we have to remember that they ordered a dual motor. So dual motor and tri-motor come before single motor. So then you have to subtract 15% for those single motor people, and that puts them at 680,000. But then you have to subtract the 20% that are international. We don't have an exact number, but somewhere around 20% is probably what the international orders are. So that puts them at 544,000. But recently I found out from someone who just ordered a Model 3 that they were given a reservation number, and that reservation number is in sequence. So now we have to subtract all Model S, 3, X, and Y orders. So from November at the unveiling until July 1st. So we don't have an exact number of how many were sold between the unveiling and the end of the year, but just going by the number that were sold in the fourth quarter, that means we've got 50,000 there, almost 90,000 first quarter, 90,000 second quarter. So that means we have 230,000 cars that were sold between the unveiling and July 1st. So we subtract that, and that gives us 314,000. So this person who thought they were number 850,000 in line are now 314,000. But wait, there's more. The morning before the Model 3 was unveiled, thousands and thousands of people stood in line all over the world to reserve Model 3s. I was number 20 in line at my store in Charlotte, North Carolina. There were 350 plus people in line in Charlotte, and even more in some of the other places. But my spot was 20. That put me really early. I was able to order pretty early on. I got a VIN in the 8800 range. I got my car on March 31st, 2018. Now by July 6th, I think it was, 2018, anyone could order. It didn't matter your place in line or anything. Whether you had a reservation or didn't, you could order your car. So from March 31st, my 20th in line at the store before the unveiling even happened, to July 6th, just a few months, anyone could order. So that means people who ordered the day after the unveiling and people who didn't even reserve were able to order at the same time. Now this made some people kind of upset, frustrated, because they reserved theirs the day after the unveiling, waited all this time, and then somebody else who didn't reserve could place an order right then and they'd get their car at the same time. And understandably, it's frustrating. But if the Cybertruck is anything like the Model 3 ramp up, then you're talking about, only the first 30,000 or so are going to matter what place in line you are. Anything after that, it's not going to matter. So really, this person who is number 314,000 in line, whose number is 850,000, actually could order his Cybertruck when it gets past the first 30,000 or so. So unless you reserved your Cybertruck the day of the event, I wouldn't worry about your place in line. International orders are going to be way out. Single motor, who knows? We know that the base model, Model 3, took a long time to come out. If you're in one of the first 30,000 or so, after you take into account all those other subtractions, then yeah, you might get it in the first 6 to 9 months. But anyone after that, your place in line probably won't matter. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.